how has the mentality for the teachers, because I know that's always been, an issue as well. It's like, we don't want to incorporate this because you still have a lot of folks that think video games are bad. On the other hand, my son has a math teacher that regularly runs them through D&D one shots because it's like, hey, how you don't learn how to math? Let's
do it this way.
So, I mean, how is that mentality with the teachers or the administrators? Because I know that's always the extra challenge with doing a serious game. It's like, on one level, you have to make it fun because you are competing with that kid's mental space. Do I want to do this, or do I want to play like a quote unquote real game? But then you've got to get that through the administration, and the purchasing's different. How has the mentality with the teachers and the administration changed in the last 10 years?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely seen a lot of changes. I think the one thing, especially not as much with elementary school, but when you're starting to look at games in middle school and high school, studios like ours are building games to meet these kids where they are. If you like video games, by the time you're in middle school, you're a really good gamer. In high school, even better. Like, you're playing, some of the world's biggest games. So to go to school and have an experience, it wouldn't make sense if we had something that didn't looked more like a spreadsheet or looked more like a worksheet than a video game. So I think the thing that I think educators and administrators are realizing is like, the fear that comes up is, if I have to teach with this, like, I'm not a gamer. I don't play video games. I've never played one. So how am I going to teach it? What happens if a kid in class is stuck? Like, I'm overwhelmed. Like, and I might be fighting with my kids at home about getting off video games. So why would I want to bring this into the classroom? And I think for them, it's like, we just keep reiterating, like, you don't need to know how to play the game. You need to know what's in the game, and we'll give you PDFs that tell you, like, what are the learning objectives we cover, and kind of will make it easy for teachers with curriculum to kind of talk about how to incorporate this game in the classroom. But those teachers don't need to know how to use the game, because what happens is exactly like we were just talking. You can rely on the fact there are at least a large portion of the kids in your class that are playing video games. And if a kid doesn't play many video games at home and gets stuck, it's a perfect opportunity to pair them with someone who's further advanced and give it an opportunity for someone to, like, help their classmate to work through it. So we always think, like, the other thing the research says is, like, a well-designed video game is awesome in itself. But an educational video game supported by a teacher that kind of thoughtfully integrates it into their lesson plan, does some teaching before about what the concepts are, maybe does some group activities outside of the video game to further, like, probe the content, and then afterwards, after the game, kind of holds a discussion or kind of a debrief. You can see the scores go up even more in terms of the knowledge acquisition. So we always say video games are not here to replace teachers. The research just shows us they're here to empower teachers and kind of make an even better learning experience.